Greetings, Star Wars fans! Welcome to Dark Horizon Creations. I'm Mike, and today we're taking a look back at the Star Wars, the Black Series First Order Stormtrooper. Now, this is an Amazon exclusive box set. It retails for around $34.99 here in the US, and I actually ordered 4 of these during Prime Days, and they were on sale for around $23 or $24.99 each. So it's a really great find. Now, this particular box set includes accessories and weapons to set up the trooper in 3 different configurations as seen on the slipcase here. On the left hand side you see the trooper in riot gear with a riot shield and riot baton. On the right hand side you see the trooper in heavy assault gear. He's got on a chest rig there with a FWMB-10 heavy repeating blaster on a pintle mount. And the center and most prominent image displays the trooper in full assault gear. He has on a chest rig. He's got an additional ammo pouch attached to his shoulder strap. He's got an assault pack on, a Blastech F11D carbine, and an SE44C blaster pistol on a magnetic thigh holster. So really cool figure. On the back of the slipcase, of course, you have your obligatory product images that display the figure, the accessories and weapons which are included, as well as 3 images up top which show 3 possible configurations for the toy. So right now we're going to remove the slipcase, and we're going to open up the box for you guys so you can see what it's all about. Down at the bottom you have the Black Series logo. In the center there you have the First Order logo, which conceals the Velcro closure, and the flaps are designed like the illumination panels on a Star Destroyer, so that's really nice. So if you open up the flaps, here's what you find on the inside, and this is really nice. I really like how Hasbro packaged this figure. You can see here that on the left hand side are all the weapons that are included, and on the right hand side are all of the accessories with the trooper in the center. And one of the neat things about this plastic tray is it is not secured on the inside of this box. You can grab it and it will slide right out just like that. And of course the inside of the packaging there has the First Order logo, so if you wanted to display the figure on the inside of the box by himself, you could do that, and it would, you know, make a great diorama or setup for some other toy photography there. And the tray will slide right back in to the box. You can close the flap. That's it. So that's what the figure looks like in the packaging. Outside of the packaging, let me adjust my camera here. Here's what you get, and this is a really cool action figure. I like these Stormtroopers. And before we go any further, I want to talk about some of the features of this Stormtrooper's armor. First and foremost, the helmet. You can see the helmet for these First Order troopers has been redesigned. It's a lot more angular, and it just looks more aggressive, more menacing than what the old helmet looked like. And it's just a really nice redesign. The other thing I want to point out is the chest armor there. The chest armor is a lot different than the original Stormtroopers. You know, they had angular grooves on the chest armor. The First Order troopers have a smoother armor plate for their chest, and then on the back of it, the self-contained controls for the computer and the armor itself, all of that, the profile has been greatly reduced from what the original was. Now, I don't recall if the original Black Series figure from The Force Awakens, if it had these extra pouches on his belt down here. Perhaps they did, I don't remember. If they didn't, then this is exclusive to this figure. But it's a really nice figure. I really like the way that they've designed these Stormtroopers. And of course, like all the Black Series figures, he has the 26 points of articulation. His head is on a ball joint. Forward and lateral movement at the shoulders there. He's got double jointed elbows, as you can see. a little limited there with the armor and how you can turn them. At double jointed, of course, wrist swivel. His chest is on a ball joint there. His upper torso, forward, lateral movement at the hip rotation, double jointed knee, and double jointed ankle, forward and lateral movement there at the ankle as well. So just a really nice action figure. So what I'm going to do now is just I'm going to push him back just slightly and adjust the camera again. I'm going to bring out all the accessories so you guys can see what's included. So first we're going to take a look at the riot shield. This is what it looks like. It's really nicely done. Nice paint apps there on the corners. It has a view panel here that it is just painted over. On the back of it, it has these hard plastic loops for his forearm to slide through. And that's all there is to the riot shield. The riot baton itself has a lot of nice paint apps on it. It will extend out like it does in the film. And you can see there it's just really nice. I don't really care for it myself, but it is a nice accessory to have in this box set if you wanted to set the trooper up with that. Next thing I'm going to bring out is the heavy assault blaster, FWMB-10, and you can see it's on the pintle mount here, and it looks really nice. It has this monopod that attaches underneath the stock here, and you can unplug that if you so choose to do so. Now on this particular toy, the box shows that the pintle mount folds up underneath the blaster like you see in the film. It does not do that. It simply unplugs from this port, and it's a separate piece. And you can see the gun's really nice. It's got some nice black and white paint apps. Two things I want to point out. The first is the grip here. It is really difficult for the figure to hold this particular gun. And it's because the grip is so large. See if you can see that. Get that to come into focus there. It might not do it. There we go. Now he can hold it, but as far as posability, you're extremely limited to something of that nature. You know, you can't really bring it up to his shoulder to get him to hold it unless you do it like this. And it's got this fold down sight here. You guys can see that. For them to look down when it's on the pintle mount. I don't really care for that because it's got a holographic sight right here. So that's the heavy repeating blaster. Now the other problematic accessory to this set are these electro binoculars. And you can see these have a lot of nice detail to them. Nice black and white paint apps there, including the eye cups and everything. The problem with this is it's made out of that really soft rubbery type plastic, and it's made in 3 different pieces. You've got this center hinge piece here and the 2 side pieces. It is nearly impossible to pose this with the action figure without it popping apart. One possible solution to that for you guys who like to customize, and I may try this myself, is to coat this with super glue so that it cannot move off of the hinges. And really, his hand should go. See it come apart just then. Just trying to put it in his hand, it comes apart, and that's what I don't like. His hand really should fit around it like that, but it won't. You have to put this part in his hand, and it's just really really difficult to pose him with this particular accessory, but it can be accomplished. So what I'm going to do now is set up the trooper the way I pose it. This is the chest rig, and you see it's got ammo pouches, other molded pouches on here. And the way this works is you just slide the trooper's arms through it, like so. Pull it on, and there's just this tab right here that the other side closes around. And that's the chest rig. See if I can get the camera to focus here. I usually have a poster board or some other background behind what I'm reviewing, but I've got so many figures set up on this this desk that I took that down. So I'm going to turn this around so you can see the back of the chest rig right there. There we go. And there's a molded in peg. That is for this assault pack. This is what the pack looks like. Really nicely done. And it has this port that plugs straight into that peg. And he cannot use a pack without the chest rig on. I want to point that out. That's the trooper with the pack and the chest rig. Now here's the additional ammo pouch, and it's got some nice detailing there on the clasp. On the back of it, it's got this molded in clip that's really soft rubber, and you just kind of pull it back like this to get it to slide over. And sometimes you have to unclasp the chest rig to do it. But it's designed to slide over his shoulder strap there. And again, I'm not a fan of the soft rubber parts. I realize that saves cost and that sort of thing. But again, for collectors, it detracts from the toy, and it can become a problematic feature as well. So now we're going to take a look at the two weapons. First thing I want to take a look at is the SE44C blaster pistol. This is a really small pistol. And if you guys have ever wondered what the props department uses, what real world weapons they use, this is a Glock 17, and the reason it looks like that on top, there is a carbine mount that pistol can lock into, that has a folding vertical grip and a collapsible stock that folds out to the rear. And what they did was they removed the stock and the vertical grip, placed the pistol in here, and changed the actual grips on the gun to something solid, and painted it black and white. And they added that muzzle that you see there, the greeblies, and that sight. And on this side of the gun, there's a port where it can be attached to this thigh holster right here. So that's his blaster pistol. And the last included accessory is the Blastech F11D blaster carbine. The camera coming into focus here. There we go. And you can see it's got some really nice paint apps, black and white, silver up here on the sight. Really nice. And in the film they use the original Sterling machine guns that they used for their original trilogy. Same type of weapon, they just upgraded it for the First Order. One of the things I don't like about this, it doesn't include the collapsible stock that you see on the artwork. And I think that would have been a really nice feature to have. And in some of the newer films, Rogue One particularly, the props department went all out by making the guns more realistic in small ways, like including tactical flashlights called glow rods in the Star Wars universe on the weapons, and changing up some of the gear so it's more realistic. And they've done the same thing for the First Order troopers here. So I really appreciate that, and I really like that feature about some of the things that they've changed up. And you can pretty much pose a carbine any type of way that you wish. But because it's so small. I wish there were more points of articulation on figures like this, because it's sometimes difficult, like what I'm trying to do now, to get it into a realistic presentation of the weapon. But they're still nice as they are. So guys, there you have the Amazon exclusive Black Series First Order Stormtrooper by Hasbro. I hope you guys have enjoyed the review. If you haven't checked out my Facebook page, Dark Horizon Creations, please do so. I display all the custom work that I do on there. Of course, I do written and video toy reviews. I'm also contributing columnist for Outer Rim News, one of the fastest growing Star Wars news websites today. If you guys are interested in ordering something on commission, feel free to email me at darkhorizоncreations@gmail.com. You can also message me directly on the Facebook page and follow me on Instagram. Stay tuned. There's more to come.